Hello everyone and welcome to the TFR show with your only host Cameron. Yes, I'm back with a face cam so you can all enjoy my pleasant face now. But no, today I'm going to be talking about robots in disguise, more specifically on the whole Combiner Force, because we got loads more information at Toy Fair 2017 than I possibly expected really. Yes, they're really going at it with this whole Combiner Force, literally. We've got two new Combiners joining the cast, maybe. I mean, I think Bruticus may be a bit of a stretch. I don't know how far we're going to go with the whole army, but I feel like we're definitely going to see the new one, Galvatronus, who is going to be the main topic of this video. In my last TFRs episode, if you remember, I was talking about Menasor specifically because we got a new image of him on a banner. Very bad quality, but still was pretty good. Obviously, we got the clear version now, actually CGI form. You can have that look there, and also Team B as well. They're all combined, proper good looking CGI images. We've got all of that at Toy Fair, and that means we've got lots of information. Not specifically on when it's coming out, at least from far as I'm concerned, because I don't know when that's happening, guys. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't even tell you which season we're on because it's kind of confusing, because it's different in different countries. But now, for Menasor, I asked a question, wait, is there only going to be 4 combiners? Because it was the same for Team B, which I can kind of get, but for Ultra B, I can only imagine, if I'm calm on top of my head, probably Drift will join and make it sort of Ultimate Team B or something like that. But for now, all we've got really is just the Team B. There is an Ultra B, but we haven't seen so much of it as much as we have with the Team B, the original one, with just 4 of them, which is why I raised the question. And when we saw Menasor, it looked like there was only, well, it even said there was like 4 Decepticons sort of labelled. But now when I have a look at it, on the official toy list to actually combine Menasor, there's actually more than just 4. It's actually gone back to the original 5. So I'll just list them for you right now, the characters that will be combined in Menasor. So for Menasor, we've got Dragstrip, Heatseeker, Motormaster, Slash Mark, and Wild Break. And for the last one, Wild Break, I mean, really guys, I mean, I can get with there's been no Dead End or Breakdown, but Wild Break, you couldn't have just labelled it Wild Rider? Oh well, yeah, so as you know, they've changed it up, like there's no Breakdown because obviously this is connected to Prime, and well, if you've watched Prime, you know Breakdown's dead. And well, with Dead End, I mean, I'm kind of surprised Dead End is actually in there. I mean, maybe the name seems too threatening now, but that's still no kind of excuse. Oh well, I guess it depends. I don't know, but if you consider this huge continuity with the War of Cybertron games, I guess you could then make sense because we've already got Dead End, but that still doesn't make sense because Dead End could still be a part of that team, but I don't know, but I guess they're probably faffing around with it a little bit, but yeah, from there it seems like there's going to be actually 5 of them, because I know with Ultra B, by looking at it so far, I think Drift, or someone mentioned that the Minicons on the back, it's not actually Drift, it's just the Minicons. I mean, I don't know, we'll just have to wait and see, but I'm very curious on what that whole Menasor situation is going to be. I know definitely we've got the official listings for Galvatronus. Yeah, that's going to be the main topic of this video. I don't really want to talk too much about Menasor or Bruticus because, well, we've seen a lot of them in different incarnations, obviously, but now we've got a new sort of set of characters, Galvatronus, and people have completely off the bat do not like that name because, well, it's a little bit weird, and I can definitely understand why people feel that way. I mean, they're taking the core essence of Galvatron and just adding the Nus on it. I know why they're doing the Nurse, because of Cyclonus, and if you don't know already, guys, Cyclonus possibly is the big baddie of the Combiner Force series, because his bio described that he was betraying the Council and he was taking over Cybertron and stuff like that, and Optimus Prime, and obviously, you know, the Autobots have got to put a stop to him, and there's other characters in play, there's Soundwave and that, and we've got some new looking images from the intro. I don't know who that guy is, but all I can imagine that we're in for quite a season, and there's going to be a lot of surprises. It's certainly going to be something new, and it's certainly going to be something people are going to be divided about, which, you know, it depends on what is your Transformers. You know, nowadays when a new Transformers show comes out, it's not always going to meet your needs, but for me, I thought I'd give it a shot, and well, I'm very curious on what they're going to be doing in Combiner Force, and if this is actually the end of Robots in Disguise, because when they did the actual calendar, like on the movies and stuff like that, they noticed that Robots in Disguise didn't surpass to 2018. All it had was a 2017 slots, and there has been rumours that it will be cancelled this year. Well, not cancelled, but just sort of discontinued. For most Transformers shows, they normally go on for about estimate 3 years now. just because the toy lines are constantly changing. You know, when the toy sales go down, it's like, okay, we've got to reinvent and we've got to bring something new. And especially with the movie coming out this year, there's going to be a lot of Transformers stuff to get hyped about, as well as next year hopefully as well, because obviously we've got the Bumblebee solo movie, but I don't guarantee there'll be a Transformers show next year, but more like 2019 if Robots in Disguise is to end this year. So let's just talk about the Galvatronus, who is a part of that team, and let me just give you my sort of theories on how that's going to form together.
Okay, so first up we've got Cyberwarp, Cyclonus, Skyjack, Treadshock, and Riot Gear.
Now I will admit, a few of those names actually seem pretty cool, but the thing was, Cyclonus, he's obviously a big part of it. It's the main ensemble, like Motormaster with Menasor, and obviously Onslaught with Bruticus. As I said, we don't know anything about these characters except from Cyclonus, because obviously he's come out as a Legion class and his bio was sort of described and everything like that. That's why people are obviously implying that he is the main baddie of Combiner Force. So I'll be very curious. This is what I think is going to happen. Throughout the majority of the season of Combiner Force, I think it'll be fairly short. There'll be a few episodes, kind of one-offs, and then we'll go into sort of maybe the Soundwave arc a little bit, and maybe Starscream's revisited somehow. And something with Soundwave leads into the big fight with Cyclonus. Maybe he obviously will switch to Optimus's side. Because as I said, I did this ages ago. How I would like it to sort of pan out is that we start off with Bumblebee, and then we have a few episodes with Optimus, and then Bumblebee and Optimus, and then they sort of merge together. Really, that does depend on how many episodes are in the season, because I don't think that's actually been clarified, and there's nothing on it at all. We thought we were getting it in January, and that just turned out to be rumours, or actually a rerun, I think, in a different country. So yeah, I apologise for that news, guys, but sometimes you have to take a gambit. You want to make sure the news is out there, but then you're kind of like, oh, but is it official? I mean, we don't really know. We don't know what is official now with too much with Robots in Disguise in terms of its story base. We know about the toys, obviously, but in terms of the series, it's very kept under hush-hush, and I don't mind that. I love to speculate. I love to bring out these videos for you guys, but yeah, it's we don't want to be spoiled, obviously, but all we can do is just mess around with the idea of, okay, so who's going to be the main bad guy? We'll definitely see Soundwave, that's for sure. For the other combiners, Menasor, I think he might play a big part. I think he might be the beginning sort of baddie for the Team B, and maybe they'll learn more about the combiner regime or whatever, what's happening. Optimus Prime somehow gets into contact with B, because I think for the last episode, I'm trying to remember on top of my head, Optimus is going to see more of his friends from Prime, so guarantee they will return, and there'll be like some sort of epic battle, I can only imagine. Because if this is the end of the Prime stage, if you just consider Prime and Robots in Disguise, and even Rescue Bots connected, then I feel like Robots in Disguise is going to be the sort of end of that. I think it's going to be the closing curtain, and who knows? I mean, there's a line continuity. Does it see it end? I mean, Hasbro certainly thinks it's connected. I personally don't. It's really up to you. Just because, for me, continuity, I did a whole video about it. You should check that out. Yeah, I'm very curious on how Robots in Disguise will end, if it does end. I'm very certain that it will, though, just because I feel like it's suffered a lot of critical abuse. And I just feel like they probably want to start fresh and make something a little bit more relatable to the films, maybe. Apparently we're supposed to be getting an animated Cybertron movie based on the films. I don't know when that's actually going to happen. That's my sort of take on it. The whole sort of combiners, there's going to be a big fight. Who knows, there's probably going to be more than just 3. So obviously the title is called Combiner Force, so I'm very curious on how big of a force that there'll be to obviously form. Not just Team B, which combine, who they must have obviously found out some sort of power to be able to do that, but then also Ultra B as well, which I believe that Drift will add in that extra firepower. And yeah, hopefully Drift isn't kept in the dark, you know, because Drift is a part of the team now, and maybe Jetstorm and Slipstream will probably add on to that might as well. So, and the Minicons as well, so obviously. So there we have it, guys. That's pretty much what I want to sort of discuss around Robots in Disguise. There really isn't too much to talk about in terms of Robots in Disguise, because, well, for part of it, I don't want to sort of just be out there and say, oh, this is definitely what's going to happen. I just like to speculate in all my videos. Obviously, as you know, I'm a big fan of Transformers, so I always like to bring something new to you guys and raise a debate, and hopefully not viciously abuse each other in the comments on if your opinion is right or not. We are all Transformers fans here, guys. We're all on the same page. We all share the love. So just respect one another. But yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to round up on saying. Of course, like I just said then, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and share me your thoughts and give me your theories, or prove me wrong in some vicious way, because you all love to do that. But anyway guys, this has been Cameron. I hope you've enjoyed this TFLs episode. Please let me know actually if you want to see more face cam videos. I know I'm not the most attractive human being, but still, I don't know, I feel like when I do a face cam, I feel more connected with my audience in some way, instead of just some guy on the microphone. It just feels more better to me. I don't know, it's up to you if you want to see my beautiful face. It's really up to you, but yeah. Until the next video guys, this has been Cameron, and for all Transformers news, and other stuff I do as well, subscribe here. Goodbye everyone.